Holy God, Trick Williams is the new TNA World Champion. A lot of fans are angry. Other fans see the big picture. Or maybe there is no big picture. We don't know. This is Discuss TNA Wrestling. I'm here with the Horror King, Gary. We'll get to him in a minute. Just want to thank TNA for one thing. The return of Allie, which my pal Robles and I have been, and Gary, not so much as me and Robles, but he was part of it. Really wanted Allie back so much. Robles was so happy. He wanted us to talk about it. We'll get into that later if he's going to stick around and all that. But good God, Joe Hendry lost the title on a WWE NXT pay-per-view, whatever they call it these days. It was the main event of the show, which I'm not sure a lot of people know. It got the main event over the WWE NXT World title. And a lot more people cared about everyone cared. This was all anybody cared about, the Hendry match. This was the show. Unless you thought Jordan Grace was going to beat Stephanie Vacour. First off, what are your thoughts, Gary, before I get into mine? Just on Hendry losing the title and...
Well, I think the writing was on the wall. He was going to lose eventually, no matter if it was Trick Williams or whatever. But this shouldn't really come as no surprise because it is the third opponent that a current TNA roster member has lost to another company. Like the
titles
was Omega beating Swan, and then Omega getting beat by Christian. And,
oh yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I forgot that segment. Wait, Swan got beat by Christian?
No, Swan was beaten by Omega, and then Omega faced him on Rampage, I think, like weeks later or a month later, for Christian getting the win over Omega.
That's right.
Under the chair.
Yeah. So a TNA wrestler never even got the title back themselves in that scenario. In that scenario, everyone needs to remember that. It also took place during, which Gary reminded me, during the pandemic. There was not a fan at the show watching Kenny Omega. Also, awesome job by Omega again, like Gary reminded me before the show. I didn't know that. I totally forgot about that. He wrestled in front of nobody. Good for him. I'm not putting that down at all. He made TNA money, but that was nothing compared to what this is. This is the story for everyone to talk about right now. After AEW Double or Nothing and Battleground and Saturday night's main event. That's what took place this weekend. 3 huge shows took place this weekend. The biggest thing to come out of any of them is Joe Hendry winning the title. 4 shows if you want to count the Border Brawl, which we are going to get into.
Yeah, a lot going on this week.
Yeah, I don't want to forget about that Border Brawl, especially because Maple Leaf Pro's Champagne Singh was part of it, which did not make me very happy. What did make me happy? Here's what made me happy, though. The absolute crap he got from the crowd. And I mean, we don't care about you. He got the what? What? And he actually tried to stop it with a line like, let me rock or something. You know what I mean? Like, and they just gave it to him even harder in his hometown. Yeah. Like, gave no shit. Like, this isn't heat. You can watch it back. This isn't heat. This is go away heat. You know what I mean? That's who TNA Canadian fans are smart. They don't do the what unless they don't want to hear you. They did it to Cody. Sorry, they did it to Cody DiNaroso, which I thought was great recently on when he talks like, get the fuck out of here. Like, we don't buy it.
Well, I think another bummer of the Under Siege pay-per-view was the hype that was going into that, like the mystery opponent, and then to come out and then Champagne Singh, which I'd likely be less. I was less enthralled about seeing them than even Shira, so that tells you how.
Thank you for leading me to a point I almost forgot about. How Daniel Spencer and Luke Perrin need to shut the hell up. Maybe even get fired after recently teasing something huge. Hang on, let me just get into this fast. This was Johnny I Pro. I'm sure most of you know who that is, right? Yeah, exactly. Some YouTuber. I don't know. So he writes last week or sometime last week. He puts the TNA logo with eyeballs and a clock. It gets a lot of views and all that. Luke Perrin, TNA producer, wrote, "Whoa, Nelly." Daniel Spencer put the eyeballs. Okay, so it got TNA fans all over talking about, holy shit, what's happening? TV deal, someone huge is returning. You know what happened this weekend? Champagne fucking Singh returned. That's what happened this weekend. And this was in my head going into the show. Something really fucking huge is going to happen at this show. So unless they were talking about what's going to happen, you know what I mean, with Joe Hendry, I'm sorry. They weren't talking about. Here's what they were talking about. Johnny I Pro did an interview with Iceman. That's what this tease was about. So they got Impact fans, TNA fans thinking there's going to be fucking some huge thing. I thought, holy shit, maybe it's AJ. And if you missed it, maybe you missed it. AJ Styles did the opening fucking narration for the match. How awesome is that?
Oh wow!
You know what I mean? Like this is this is TNA. Like AJ Styles. Okay, now that you heard that, any chance AJ Styles? It's a similar scenario like Christian, where AJ Styles gets the title back for TNA.
Oh wow! Yeah, I mean we can call this TNA.
Wow.
I don't know. Just any moment with AJ with a title is a synonymous video. You know, just because like that title just. There wasn't a bigger person that I can remember that was, was a flagship for TNA than AJ Styles. So,
yeah. Sorry, I'm getting. I was reading about. Parent is also an AEW mark. I found out. Like, it's amazing. He's so similar to Kidney, who was like the biggest AEW mark if you look at his actual Twitter, and then he's the fake Twitter guy on the TNA Twitter, who is actually doing a much better job now. And amazingly, they allowed me to call out Santino Marella. The tweet is still there. I wrote something like, this is a very nice thread. It was something like that. I didn't use the word thread. It was something else. Like, Santino, you have to stop this. You cannot have... Okay, in case you missed it. Yes, you did miss it. Santino owns a company. His company partnered with Scott's company, Maple Leaf Pro. Again, they're bringing Scott back into wrestling. Sorry, not again. Scott is buying his way back into wrestling. He already did it. I wrote an article about it. He's being promoted by all kinds of people who give no shits about Maple Leaf Pro. They don't cover it. So why would they do interviews? Because they get paid. Scott's crazy rich. You know how he's crazy rich? His family. He's a lifetime loser that did nothing. Now he took his family money, ruined it on some new promotion that's going to definitely, I don't know, get what? What's going to happen to it? I don't know. Get sued or something when his nymphomaniac transgender male female champion boyfriend destroys the company. But whatever. Dave Penzer says he sold out effing Maple Leaf Gardens with no TV deal, bro. Get real. That was one of my friends who was like, he's a creep. That's what Dave Penzer says in response to he's a creep. He sold out Maple Leaf Gardens, bro, with no TV deal.
Yeah, but I don't see we all know Scott is Friendly Confines is that whole, he knows a lot of people.
You know that place? How big is that place? Any idea? I mean, did you watch the show at all? Because it didn't look big at all to me.
No idea. Isn't it like a hockey arena, right?
Yeah. I guess, yeah. So I wrote, look, it's another Scott D'Amore mark. WTF. He slept with his own talent, got fired, then did it again. Now he literally just puts titles on the talent.
Penzer be playing for a job.
Oh, exactly. Ready? So I wrote, now he literally just puts titles on the talent he sleeps with. I'm guessing people like Penzer can't get laid without Scott. ? I honestly have nothing else. Other than Dave, he is another creepy bisexual like most every man involved with TNA and or Scott. Guess what? Penzer hasn't sued me. Nobody's ever sued me. Parent isn't going to say shit. No one does anything. People talk. Because I'm pretty right about most everything. With TNA related, at least. I don't know. A lot of it's luck. A lot of it's I got in touch with people at the right time. But whatever. If Scott comes back, if I find out Scott is with TNA in some way, I think he might still be behind the scenes. That's what I'm trying to say. I think he still has some power behind the scenes. And if I find out that's true, I can't do this anymore.
Well,
I'm going to stop the podcast. I will never watch TNA again until I don't even know if I'll watch it until he's gone. Knowing what he did, and knowing that people involved are trying to bring him back into the wrestling world. It's disgusting.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that Dixie Carter had the 1% stock still in TNA.
Ooh.
I don't know if Dixie Carter.
Could she do something with that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like if she chooses to come back, like make appearances, kind of like for that 1%, that kind of thing. I don't think she's investing.
I thought you might like this one. I was talking about Taryn, and I'm like, whatever, this guy can get fired. Nobody will give a fuck. And then I call it the Dave Sahadi effect. Who the hell is that? Exactly. Fans only speak about him the day after he gets fired. Is that not true? Dave Sahadi. Nobody ever talks about this guy unless he gets fired. He's gotten fired like 5 times in the last 20 years or whatever. You know Dave Sahadi, right? What is he, a friggin', I don't even know, producer or some shit?
Yeah, I think he's some backstage kind of like comedy.
He's one of those guys that gets fired and people are like, oh, TNA's going out of business now.
Yeah. I mean to change the tune on the whole podcast tonight, but I noticed something that we're really lacking. I noticed when they did the pre-show for Border Brawl.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. Why can't we get EC3 back?
Oh, that's funny.
He can throw that voice for Joe Hendry. Like it's kind of like down now because he lost to Trick.
That's funny. Somebody mentioned that recently. That's probably my top choice if I had to pick. If I can have anyone from anywhere.
Because that theme was.
He was created by that's the. Sorry, what was that song?
Who wasn't singing that song?
Oh, I don't know. Kind of stuff.
Trouble.
Robles, let us know in the comments. He's great at that. But he was maybe my favorite character of all time. Maybe still is. He was the TNA creation. Who did they create better than him, character-wise? AJ was the wrestler. I mean, I'm not giving AJ shit, but I'm saying he's the best character I think they ever created.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then he was on that role where he'd beaten all the former champions.
Oh, that was sick, yeah.
Kurt Angle and
totally.
He put
he was the face of the. I don't know how they let him. I don't know what happened there with. Oh no, he went to WWE, and I think twice, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he got into that whole whatever stupid ass thing he was doing. Okay, really fast. I don't know if I'm crazy or I clicked the wrong thing on Border Brawl. Gary mentioned Killer Kelly returning, and I saw Killer Kelly returning. I can't find it anywhere though. I can't find it.
I said Kelly.
Oh, Kelly. Okay, my bad. Okay, but yeah, I thought I saw Killer Kelly return, and
no. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case either.
Okay, I might be crazy, but I think they showed a flashback match during the pre-show. I don't know why they would do that. But I think they did, and maybe I missed the whole point.
No, I didn't even know that was Kelly.
Okay.
Like, it did not look like her.
Yeah, that's another thing. Kelly was at this Border Brawl. Allie was at the Border Brawl. If I knew Allie and Kelly were at the Border Brawl, I would have made it more of a whatever the fucking word is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would have been more important to me.
You would have got tickets.
Yeah, and more people. I think more people would have probably, you know what I mean? Maybe showed up or whatever,
Oh yeah, definitely.
I thought it was fun. I mean, stupid, but
yeah, I felt like it was kind of more of a glamorized IPWF in a way, done much more at a grander scale.
And I really like they were keeping score, Canada versus USA,
Yeah, it reminded me of the movie Best of the Best.
Yeah, I really liked how they tracked all that, and it was this was exactly what I asked for. This was what would they call it? Joker's Wild kind of thing. Remember they used to do those?
Oh yeah, definitely. It definitely did feel. Yeah, that's probably fair. It did feel more like it.
One night only. Thank you. Yeah. That's the word. One night only, and it just feels special. I would much rather watch these every now and then than the same fucking kind of specials. I don't even know if Under Siege was needed this weekend.
Yeah, or why? Or if we're gonna get them recaps, why not just have 1 week of the do the best of TNA that 1 week and then 1 week something like this, It's
funny. I'm literally I'm thinking about what we're going to talk about here, and I'm really curious what people say about Hendry. I'm going to look around in a minute and pull some things up, but I mean, okay, we have to talk about Under Siege, obviously.
Yeah.
But that thing just came and went. It felt similar to Double or Nothing last night. where I didn't watch it, but just looking at it, nothing happened. There was not one title change on Double or Nothing. 800 matches, no title changes. So Reddy Santana beats Casey Navarro. Pretty good match. I just don't like Casey Navarro getting 10 minutes with Santana when you're trying to make him look like the face of the company.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I did like about it is we were going to get a match with AC or AJ Francis. I mean, and that was an upgrade already. So that's why I was more than pleasantly surprised there. Because
I have to mention,
a really good match out of the two.
I have to mention because our pal Christian Thompson mentioned it, and I was like died laughing. I forget the actual word they used and how it came up, but like, is there anything worse than I forget what it's even called. What's the thing that they do, the Francis and Navarro thing?
Oh, the money.
No,
thing?
the first class.
When you're
the actual segment. When they do the segment.
Yeah, I can't think of what it's called. It's on the ramp thing.
Whatever it is. I mean, oh yeah, somebody said, doesn't Hendry have an injury? Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, he did. He was also selling a knee during the match, which I thought was interesting.
Oh, okay. Well, let's keep in mind, too, the referee probably. I know he didn't see it, but he was smashed into the world title.
Yeah.
Canvas, so I mean, he could also use that as like he was actually. Was hoping.
Trick brought the title in to the match. So it's not like they totally fucked over Hendry. I mean, Trick brought the title belt into the match. The ref tried to take it away. Hendry tried to roll him up, and then Trick hit his finisher on Joe's face with the title. You know what I mean? Like something like that.
See, I would have booked it. Like somebody was saying something about some faction called Dark State.
Yeah.
I think that would have maybe appeased a lot of the fan base if they would have went that direction, because then it would have been he lost by chicanery, full on chicanery.
Yes.
And with this, it kind of looks like he's.
they've kind of been leading to that, like where it seems like he's the Dark State guy. Where it seems like he's the leader he's like the secret leader of Dark State, so like that totally would have made sense too. But
and they kind of went the Jesse Ventura route, and they say he basically got the win. He got the win because of the title being hit into it, and it's like it's not cheating if he don't get caught.
Yeah,
totally. That kind of thing. So,
wait, hang on, where is it? Oh, Christian Thompson on this show. Please write my review for me. Thanks. I wrote the show felt 800 hours long, and the only surprise was bad champagne. Thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Thought that was a good line. But I'm trying to find what Christian wrote about whatever it was. It was so funny. It was basically like, I asked a question about like what can we get rid of or something, and he said that goddamn awful. It really is. That's one of the worst segments that we've had. I can't remember. They must have had one on this week's TNA. I think that's why I mentioned it.
I want to say they might. The Go Home show.
The one, O'Shea Jackson? Was that the one? I don't know if we talked about that. But whatever. Oh my God. Stop it.
He was on I want to say he was on commentary this week with Van and Ray.
Why? Okay, here's something else I'm afraid of. And everyone else should be. Ace Austin's gone. Not good. First, we probably should have mentioned that earlier. But
that one goes.
But Gia Miller wasn't there, and I'm pretty sure they gave some bullshit reason. What do you think? You think she's dating Ace? They're I don't know. They might be engaged. I don't know.
Well, I think they broke up.
Oh, really?
Remember?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was I thought that was a wrestling breakup.
Yeah, I don't know. I
didn't know that. Okay, my bad. I didn't know that. But anyway, someone let us know.
I don't really
I just thought it was odd timing. I just thought it was Then it was just weird timing.
I did too. I definitely thought so.
Then it was just weird time. I thought they were still together. I thought they had a wrestling breakup in Revolver.
What did Gia do to not get to Canada?
Oh yeah. Oh, maybe. Okay, maybe something like that. Okay. Well, whatever it is. I love Gia. I'm just afraid she'd be leaving. Whereas it should be the total opposite. She should be a goddamn knockout.
Well, I do too, Jay, because of the fact we have so many of these NXT divas around. I mean, who's to say they're going to come in and just steal that job from Gia? They've already got rid of Gail and didn't, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even like a flashpoint. She was gone,
Yeah. Who's better, her or Victoria Crawford at this point?
Yeah.
I think she is. And whatever. I mean, Victoria's. I was gonna say Victoria Crawford's name, but she's not, and that's such a problem. Like, can't they get that name from WWE? But whatever. Eddie Edwards defeated Cody Deaner, who showed up at the Border Brawl. What's happening? Wasn't this for his career?
Deaner showed up at Border Brawl.
Yeah, wasn't this match for his career?
Yeah, it was definitely.
I mean, it wasn't like definitely. It was more like he's losing his contract this week or something like that. But like after the show, he tweeted goodbye TNA. Thank you for everything. The next fucking day, he shows up at the Border Brawl.
There definitely was a few moments to his credit at the Under Siege. I thought maybe they might like.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I don't know. Did you? Okay, maybe I'm confusing this match. Was the crowd behind him in any way?
Oh, at Under Siege?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this is one of the better crowds in terms of getting behind him. But it could be, too, because his hometown is, like, not even, they say, like, 20 minutes away or something.
And he was going against Alicia, who, I'll just keep, every week I'll say it, she gets better every goddamn week. She looks hotter every week somehow. Nobody was talking about Alicia Edwards years ago. We put Alicia Edwards on the fucking map. And I'm just literally going to talk like that now because we're never going to get credit for anything. I'm never going to get credit for anything. I knew who was winning the fucking main event last night. I tweeted it before it happened. I'll never get credit for that from one fucking person. I'll get laughed at. Like, oh, you guessed right. No, I didn't guess right, motherfuckers. I knew who was going to win. I never tweet. Spoiler, this is going to happen. I didn't use a hashtag because I don't want to be a dick. But whatever. So Cody Deaner loses and he shows up back into the fucking thing. Eddie's become like a better heel, I feel like more of a dickhead, you know what I mean? Like, more evil. Yeah. Maybe Alicia's rubbing off. Goddamn, Alicia looked amazing last night. Seriously. Check that out. The Border Brawl, I think. We're talking about Under Siege right now, but hang on. 6-man tag. What was the point of this? The Northern Armory defeated the System in 12 goddamn minutes. Also, it was back-to-back matches where Alicia and Eddie were out there. I mean, when you have 5-6 matches, can you just mix it up a little? Like, that felt very weird, and I didn't think, like, why is the Northern Armory on a show like this?
Well, that's what somebody said.
Who have they beaten?
Well, somebody had mentioned that
anyone?
Northern Armory should be having a rivalry with the Rascals.
Yeah, something. I don't know, let them fucking win something before you put them on a show like this. And then you have them win in this fucking match? Judas Icarus and Travis Williams defeat Myers and... Sorry, there's a third guy. Eric Young. Defeated Moose, JDC, and Myers? Like, no, fuck that. With Alicia and Eddie there to help? In 12 minutes? Like, I don't know. I hated all of it. Like, it's nothing against Icarus and Williams. It's just like, well, it kind of is. I do like the new gear. Have you seen that?
Oh, with
Eric Young looks like fucking Moses or something.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know if you noticed over the week they wrote the theme and the entrance theme down, too, to make it, like, more sinister.
Good. Okay, good. I don't know. But seriously, what do you think about the Eric Young look? I thought it was like...
Oh, yeah.
It's very... eye-catching, you know what I mean?
Well, it's definitely an improvement over what we've seen from prior.
But then the other guys come out with the outfit, and they look terrible because, like, they're like these little guys. They're very small, and, like, they're not muscular. And, like, Eric Young is jacked as hell.
Yeah.
And he's old. Yeah. He looks like the I don't even know. He looks like the grandfather. You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
I don't know. Now,
it's a weird group.
The one dude from... I think it's Judas Icarus. He's the smaller of the two, right?
Yeah, well, I think so. Yeah, one of them is just I think Williams has a decent look.
Yeah, he oversells the pissed off look.
Yeah, Icarus kills.
Really bad.
Icarus, some people are just too small in life. We'll get to that with Jordan Grace eventually, who wrestled on whatever. We'll get to it right now. Jordan Grace lost another big match. That is every big match he has wrestled in so far. I can't not laugh because fuck Jordan Grace, man, the biggest hypocrite out there. She literally tweeted about how people in positions of power should not be sleeping with talent, and if they are, they should be judged accordingly. That's what she tweeted on when Scott was backstage banging Giselle, who was banging other people. And that part about other people comes from Dave Meltzer, not us. Dave Meltzer. So everyone knows she slept with Scott. Dave Meltzer said she slept with a bunch of other people. That came from the report from Trey Miguel, where Meltzer made it like he was narking on the transgender who was banging everyone while getting pushed by her boyfriend. He tried to frame it like Trey Miguel was the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I just got up and walked away from the fucking laptop. I am such an idiot. Sorry if anyone didn't hear all that. Okay. Also, really fast. Killer Kelly. So I mentioned, like, I don't know if she returned or not. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I'm crazy with somebody else. But her Twitter definitely changed. Okay. I'm going to say, let me roll that back a little. Very, very likely changed. It says 2-time TNA Knockout World Champion. Killer Goat with the Bad Reed. That's her husband. At This Is TNA, Thursdays on Access TV. Like, I guarantee, I'm pretty sure that wasn't there. So she's coming back soon, which is awesome. We love Kelly. And we love new knockouts. And we just got a picture today of the new tag team. So they're coming in together as a tag team. Myla Grace and Harley Hudson.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they were going to be a tag team. I see them pairing them together on TV. They panned at them.
To be fair, they have to after breaking up Spitfire.
Oh, yeah. Which I was more than pleasantly surprised and happy.
I mean, I honestly, I don't know how to feel. Because there is, right now, one team in the division.
Yeah,
the champions.
Fair. Well, I mean, shit, how good did Ash by Elegance
God, Jesus Christ.
Like, I was really shocked that Ash really kind of put in a hardcore match. Because remember,
Ash is good, man. I'm telling you. Ash is much better than anyone gives her credit for. And she's going out there and giving it her all. She's wrestling in Australia. She's the anti-Giselle. She's older. I mean, I'm not saying she's old, but I mean, she's been around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, then I hear
she's been around. She doesn't have to work like this, and she is. She makes. You know how much money she makes on OnlyFans? I can't even imagine.
I don't know, but I did hear too that she's really a good elder statesman backstage. So
I could totally guess that. She's also fantastic on. She's a great promoter, which I notice all the time. It's I think it's a huge thing when you use your Twitter account to promote your goddamn company instead of people like Will Ospreay, who uses it to talk about WWE.
And it's obvious they're listening to us, or maybe not us in particular, but listening to the fan base about getting the Knockouts division in much format.
Yeah, we freaked out about that. Fixed the goddamn Knockouts division, and look at this. They brought in like 8 fucking Knockouts.
Yeah.
Indy Hartwell is like really close to being like a top knockout, and she hasn't even done much. That's how good they've done with her. You know what I mean?
I think at the rate they're going, they might even be able to have their own knockout show. They keep it up.
Exactly. That's what I mean. They get a network or whatever, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. So the Elegances win. I believe not Heather. Who came out? Maggie? I believe Maggie.
Oh yeah, Maggie Lee comes in to kind of turn on.
Yes, so she is now Maggie, or M by Elegance. I mean, I hate these goddamn names. Jesus Christ. It's still not too late to change the names, guys. You could just be Ash, Heather, and Maggie, or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
And again, I gotta give it to him. Not a fan of the guy, but the concierge, he's been creepier than ever, which is exactly what he should be. Like, I mean it in a good way. I mean in a good wrestling creepy way. And yes, I did want Spitfire to break up, but I don't like that they broke up like in a friendly way. Like there's no story there. You know what I mean?
You want want like a turn of events.
I just wanted something like there was no story to go to now with Spitfire.
And I do think it's very telling about Jody being on and Danny with them being on the losing end of things. And then Jody lost it.
Was Danny even there though? No, probably not. Right? Because she's.
Well, my question is,
Australian?
Is Danny Luna okay? Because she took an awful spill off the ring apron.
Oh, I didn't see that. Well, I didn't hear anything about her, so I guess that's good.
Yeah, I was really concerned for her because it looked like I don't know, I just thought she might have been concussed.
Oh, good news, everyone. Good news, everyone who's freaking out about Hendry. Mike Santana tweeted, "Woke up this morning feeling like I need to save TNA, and I will." Oh, wow. And if you missed it, Mike Santana was at Battleground.
And keep in mind,
that's another thing. Everyone's focused on Henry. Mike Santana was at WWE Battleground. He just walked in, got a promo.
Keep in mind that this was when Trick first debuted on TNA. Remember they had the exchange in the hallway.
Shit! Wow. I was gonna say I could have sworn they looked at each other or something.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
wow.
And that kind of was right there.
So they really set this up. Shit. Okay. So Santana is there, and he's like, I'm just here to take in. I'm interested. I want the winner. Basically, is what he's saying. And then he says something like, "What's his name came by? The No Quarter Catch crew, like to fuck with him." And he just made them look really stupid. Like WWE made Santana look awesome in this little segment. But I mean, Santana also made Santana look awesome. Like he gave this little quick line at the end, like or maybe in the middle, like a lot of you don't know me. He's like, I'm a proud. What the hell's the word? What the hell is he? What's his nationality? Jesus, I'm a proud Spanish dude from New York City. I'm a proud Puerto Rican from New York City. The crowd goes nuts. I'm like, wow. It's like they weren't in New York City. You know what I mean? I don't think it was. I think it was about how he delivered the line, and it was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, that was another thing too that was mentioned, that it's almost writing on the wall that they're going to face each other because was it one of the upcoming pay-per-views is from New York?
Oh, that's right. I think it's
that it would be.
I think it's Slammiversary.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it kind of looks like that's the way it's going to be headed. So it's going on the road to Slammiversary. Like,
it's funny. I put a post up recently. Who will be the next face of TNA? And Santana retweeted it.
And I think right now we can say Ali is another one.
Oh god, yeah. So the Elegance is one, and then the next match was Order 4. Don't like the name. Defeated Indy Hartwell, Raj Singh, and the Rascals.
Yeah, I didn't understand the Raj Singh thing at all.
Oh yeah, okay. So Raj Singh comes out and he starts talking shit to Ali, like, "I'm back. You remember me?" Like a ghost from his past. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a fuck because he was a nobody. He was, you know what I mean? Like, you can't push someone like that. It's like Diener. You can't tell his story after the story is over.
And he didn't look like he was in really good ring shape either. He looked like he gained maybe another 10, 15 pounds. And
didn't look good. Really seriously, didn't look good. Like, there's nothing good about it at all. Nothing good came from it.
It'd be different if he came back ripped, like kind of like a Jinder Mahal or some shit like that. Then it'd be like, well, maybe a little bit more believable. But
Totally. You put Jinder Mahal in that spot, I would have been happy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so
that would have been good to introduce him.
And Mustafa Ali, you're right. Just a goddamn blast. He kicked. Who was it? Who did he kick in the face?
Oh,
shit! Was that on Impact? First off, he hit.
Oh yeah, he hit a knockout, didn't he?
First off, he hit Tasha by mistake.
Yeah.
But then he blasted another knockout with a drop kick. I don't know what it was from. Like, he literally has it on. It's on his Instagram. You can check it out. Like, he just destroys a knockout. I don't know. It might have been from this match. Maybe it was Indy.
Yeah, I think it was Indy Hartwell.
It probably was Indy. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. He did this drop kick and just destroyed her. Like,
oh yeah, she was like outside the ring.
Yes.
Out of nowhere.
Yes. Okay, that's it. Maybe it wasn't a drop kick. Maybe it was it was a really painful, I think, drop kick to the when she was outside of the ring, and it was like, and then he tweeted about it. Like, yeah, that's what I do.
That was another knockout, I was concerned. I thought maybe she got concussed because it looked like he landed a little too solid for. I mean, I know he's a great wrestler. But sometimes you compensate for what you're doing in the ring, and it kind of looks.
He might be like a little too into his character right now.
Yeah, a little too much. Yeah.
But oh my god, maybe the best heel they have easily. Also, this sets up Santana winning, and then you got this perfect heel waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and I do think right now they've got Ali kind of like involved in this pissed off Ali thing right now, but he's not really figured into the world title right now.
Yep, he's kind of hanging around. Watch him pop up though when Santana wins. Exactly. Tessa defeated Ariana. What did you think about this match? Because I've seen this get a lot of hate. First off, if any fans out there thought what I did, that Ariana was dressed like Princess Leia, please let me know.
I did think she was a little green, but then again, I expected that.
She is.
So
she is. It's like...
Yeah, that's what I mean. But at the same token, I mean, she's going in... To me, this is like facing a Randy Orton and Tessa Blanchard. You know, it's not like somebody you're just, somebody going to walk through. You know what I mean?
It was one of those things like, I could never tell these things. But like I could tell Tessa was like running the match. She just kept whispering to her, you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I thought that was cool.
Can we stop with the racist comments from the fan base?
It's so fucking lame, dude. Don't even get me started. Don't get me started. A racist fan base, ready? When you got Santino on the other side of the ring, who is doing his best to ruin his daughter's future by signing with a deal with Scott D'Amore, a convicted sex deviant. So that's not a real thing, but I convicted him guilty. So, Tessa was fine, but supposedly she got a concussion, which led to her not wrestling at Border Brawl. But
that's what worries me and stuff like this. Like this, I mean, I know it's a storyline where Tessa and Ariana have heat, but was it really worth her being injured? You know what I mean? Because we don't know how she could be out.
Stupid. Yeah. I think she's okay. I mean, I think they just took her out. I think I even read she didn't do Border Brawl because it's Border Brawl, and I think she made like a good line like, I didn't have to show up, and I was the most talked about thing from the show. Thanks again. Like she's just totally friggin' heel everywhere, and I love it. Masha beat Crawford in 6 minutes and 55 seconds. What the fuck was the point?
Oh, and I don't know if you caught during this match. I heard it instantly. Somebody said, boring. And I don't know if that's because of Victoria Crawford or if they're just not into Masha.
Wow. During a 6-minute match, they chanted boring. 7-minute match, they chanted boring. Wow.
Yeah, I did. I heard of one person or a couple people. But
I say it all the time. Masha does not have a character. We don't know what it is.
Yeah, and I'd like to know what the person found boring. I mean, other than it wasn't a great match, but I didn't know if they were referring to Masha.
It was a boring match, but
or was it just Victoria Crawford?
I think it's a mix. I think it's exactly what you said. Like you put them together. Masha's. We love Masha as a wrestler, but she's a boring character. Probably because she doesn't work on it. Because she's always goddamn wrestling. She's always wrestling. She does so much, and that's another thing I worry about. I would not keep the title on her, knowing she wrestles like 5 times a week at the Indies. She's gonna get hurt. She's gonna get hurt eventually. She does these hardcore matches that are I didn't realize how much she was wrestling. You can't do that when you're with another company.
And I did see a lot
Ryan Nemeth doesn't do indies.
I did see a lot of people getting pissed off about Under Siege too. A lot of kind of felt like
it was like a nothing show. It was like
Russo booking with Sheriff Stone always coming.
Oh, that was bad. Oh my god. Again, thank you. Again, thank you for that. Thompson mentioned that how the authority stuff totally brought this show down.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
It's getting confusing.
It wasn't a great show by any means, but
what I hate the most is it's confusing because the commentators are like, where is he getting his power from?
Yeah.
That means what? He lied? It's not Anthem? Anthem doesn't speak to the commentators? Like, that part should be, set. They should, you know what I mean? Even have the president come. You had the president at, what the frig is his name? What the hell is his name? The president was at, I don't know if you know that, Battleground. Silva. Carlos Silva. Carlos Silva, the president of TNA. He was at Battleground. So they showed him at the. So like they zoomed in on him at the end, looking all sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was.
I just thought it was funny during Under Siege when Santana goes, "There's someone that gun put his hands on."
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just really funny.
Sadly, that was the last time I laughed at Santino Marella, who.
Yeah.
Anthony Corelli, Santino Marella, 5/25/25. That's when he died, in my eyes. When he signed again with Scott. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. I just really hope, like I tweeted to him, that shit does not land on his amazing daughter, who was working fucking TNA Twitch. TNA Impact on Twitch with myself. We had conversations. She's the nicest girl in the world. Look what her dad is doing, putting her in jeopardy. But whatever. Tag team match. What do you think about that one? I think this was the mistake of the night.
Oh yeah.
I think you have Matt and Slater win. That would have been a lot to talk about coming out of the show. What do you do with Jeff?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like they're kind of like booking them a lot, like early on the way they book the system. Like it seems like nobody beats them no more.
I did think you have to do that with them, like. But
I definitely.
Like they do cheat and stuff. Like you need to make them more like credible, like, especially after beating the Hardys.
But then it's another case of Leon Slater being on the losing end, and then you're trying to build him up as the
guy to beat Moose,
X Division champion.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I think it should have been. There should have been somebody else, especially knowing that he lost. Like it could have been Matt, and fucking bring back fucking Hurricane Helms for a week.
Or just like not have a finish to the match, like and have it be like a backstage thing where it never really got a vision or some shit like that.
Robles actually said time limit, and I was like, dude, they don't do that anymore. But he's right.
Yeah.
Why not have a fucking time limit ending once every now and then? Like.
That enough.
This was 16 minutes. Like I don't know, it just didn't feel like it needed to be. And again, I'm looking at this show. There's nothing special. There wasn't an X Division match.
Yeah.
What the fuck, TNA? X Division, bro. That's like what you were built on. The knockouts, the X Division.
Honestly, though, I thought the first hour, maybe 30, 40 minutes of the pay-per-view was pretty good. I mean, really solid wrestling.
Then it kind of fell apart.
Yeah, like by the end,
or it just wasn't very interesting. Like the tag team match, I'm sure it was fine, but like I didn't really.
And I didn't really like that they had back-to-back knockout matches. I would have saved the back-to-back knockout matches.
Yeah, well, like you said, you have Eddie start the show, and then the next match, Eddie and Alicia are outside the ring in the 6-man tag. And then you have back-to-back knockout matches. Like, look at the goddamn lineup and just move things around. It's not hard. I do it with when I post a lineup on my website. You know what I mean? I won't post promo. I'm a fucking website guy. Nobody cares. That's just me being fucking anal or whatever. Is that the word, anal? Sorry, I don't fly that way. Just no offense to anyone who does. Elijah and Hendry defeated Kazarian and Trick Williams. You pointed this out earlier that Trick lost. This was fucking 20 minutes. Like, come on. There's no need for a 20-minute pointless tag match.
No, and the thing is, like, I don't know where you go with Kazarian either, because they just, like, you're kind of, like, booking him a little bit, like, early on, like a Steve Macklin. They kind of, like, get close to a title, and then they pull him back. I don't know. I don't know where you go with it. I mean, because somebody
that is a problem, though. Like, I mean, because Macklin's a champ. Like,
I guess Scorpio Sky's in limbo and AEW.
Oh yeah. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy news came out just out of nowhere. Scorpio Sky was like, "Yeah, I've been here for 2 years." He's like, "I've been healthy for 2 years and nobody cares." Tony can get away with it though. If fucking TNA did that, they'd be burnt alive. You know what I mean? Okay, so that was it, right? Yeah, we got the last match. It was really nothing special. Like I would honestly say, watch highlights. Like nothing special happened. You don't need to. That's why I would have done the Hardys Matt wins, because that would have been something to talk about coming out of the show. But whatever, we can talk about the goddamn world title being on. You know what I mean? What's his name? And this is the really weird part. I mean, there's so spoilers, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm just going to say what's official right now. Trick has not been announced for TNA, nor has he been announced for NXT. And I looked at the spoilers, and it seemed like there was not much about the world title happening. So I guess that's all going to be happening on NXT. So that's.
Did you catch Trick Williams is supposed to be meeting up with Carlos da Silva?
Oh wait, what is it on TNA?
I don't know if it's now that because he is crowned the new TNA. I don't know if they've got they're going to set him down.
So yeah, they might do it. Okay, so they might do it. He'll be on TNA. He's going to do a taping. He'll do a promo or something. He's already done. You can look at TNA's whatever Instagram, his Twitter, whatever it is.
Which is good because from what I gather, he really wasn't doing an awful lot on NXT storyline.
Yeah, no, he's a former champion. He's a former NXT champion. Yeah. He's a legit. I think he's a multiple time, multiple championships in there, but whatever. Okay, so we got the last match there. Just going down Battleground fast. Sol Ruka. Holy shit. Everyone just, if you've never seen her finisher, Google it. It might be the greatest finisher I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know how to explain it. She does like a backflip, inverted, and turns it into a cutter.
Kind of like
it's insane. The only problem is you need someone to be leaning over in the ring, and I kind of hate that. Where someone needs to be in one position, kind of like the stomp. Yeah, kind of like the stomp. Move your fucking head. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought this was very interesting. Jordan Baker. Again, I talked about this. I don't know if I mentioned this. I put up a post on Wrestle Voice today called something like the Divas division. The Divas are back. And then it was was Mickie James correct? And I put a photo of Toni Storm making out with Mina Shirakawa, who is known as the H Cup Gravitor. Do you know what the H Cup stands for, Gary?
I have no idea.
Bra size.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean, but I didn't know if there was
sorry.
For the H. No idea.
Sorry, I didn't know the. Didn't know it went up to H, to be honest.
No, I didn't either. I thought it went so far, but no, I know what you mean now.
But my whole point was wrestling is again getting crazy sexy, and it's not much different than the Divas, other than these girls can wrestle better. And I'm not bashing it. I'm just pointing out the facts. Stephanie Baker wrestles in a thong. It got pulled up even more in her cheeks yesterday because of what Jordan, Jordan gave her a wedgie. So her ass was it looked like the cameramen were doing their best to keep everything focused on this girl's amazing, perfect ass. I couldn't even get and other people commented on this because I posted this in the group. I thought it was being that
was that picture you had sent over.
Yeah. I showed Gary the picture. It's literally just you saw it, just a big giant perfect ass. I could not concentrate during the match, and other people mentioned the same exact thing. It might be too much, and then guess what? Booker T, friend of Chase and Rance, convicted child sex abuser. Do you know what he does every time she does that move where she wraps her knees around someone's face and her ass goes like crazy?
No, I think you mean Shucky Ducky.
Yeah,
quack,
he
quack.
Jumps up out of his chair and goes insane. So we're not supposed to treat these women, in a sexual way when he's wanting us to? Well, whatever. You know what I mean? I just think it's interesting. Whatever. We can talk about that whenever else. So Jordan Grace, 16-minute match. It was a pretty good match because Baker's fucking fantastic. And Jordan she looks so out of her league in NXT. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we kind of mentioned that back when she was kind of on the fence where we thought she would go.
Yeah.
We don't see her fitting on that program because they're all diva, major diva looking
and she's. Alan Shrage mentioned how tiny she comes across.
Oh yeah.
And how there's nothing you can do to hide that. And he's so goddamn right. It's a big problem with Heather by Elegance. You can't put her in the ring with Tessa ever, or anyone normal size. She's 4'6". Oh, yeah. She's beautiful, whatever else, and they do an amazing job of hiding that by putting her with other opponents. You know what I mean?
Heather Reckless.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant. Heather Reckless.
Oh, okay.
But Jordan is like, okay, no, Jordan's probably not that short. Jordan's probably like 5'2" or something. But like these other girls are like all like 5'8". I'm pretty sure Rook is like 6 feet. She's like the future of wrestling. She's insane, that girl.
Yeah.
She's like,
somebody called her like kind of like a carbon copy of a Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, I can see that. A younger version. Like she's, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like when Charlotte used to do that crazy stuff. Trick beat Joe Hendry in 15 minutes exactly. Thought that was an interesting little thing there. Joe was so much more over than Jordan Grace. I thought that was like kind of wild. You know what I mean? Just also Jordan is like, it's so weird. I kind of feel bad because NXT, during the NXT show, they're talking like the TNA people are invaders. Okay? And then you get Jordan Grace, who showed up at the exact same time as Joe Hendry, or what? Joe Hendry showed up first? So if Hendry is an invader, what the hell is Jordan Grace? Like everyone knows she's from TNA, so it's so weird.
I just look back as like her stock has fallen so far.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Made that Royal Rumble, was it Royal
She made the Rumble appearance. Then she recently lost, I believe, for the NXT other title. I don't know how she got this shot. I think it was just because they don't have anyone left right now. Like NXT is in a weird spot. They moved Julie up too fast, and now like Vaker's beating everyone. The core, I think it is, but I can't. It's in my head as Vaker. So, Femi defeated Miles Bourne.
Really, that's their name. They're called the Core. Like the Core.
Wait, what did you say? Oh no, Stephanie Vaker. Yeah, no. Her last name's like it's Vicor, I think. I think it's Stephanie.
Vicor. Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you said it was on the faction.
Oh no.
Like the movie.
Yeah. No. Okay, so I'm trying to see what we missed. Allie returned. What do you think? Do you think she'll stick around? Or was that a very cruel one-time tease? Because the world.
I don't know. I'm hoping it's not a cruel one-time tease, but like I don't know. I honestly think there's a place for her on the roster. So I mean,
she looks fantastic. Like she's in wrestling shape. You know what I mean? Like you can just tell by looking at her.
And I mean, we have taken our chances on some former AEW, like when we took Alan Angels, and different.
And I feel like Allie's different because she was in TNA first, and
I
don't know if anybody saw, but she reunited with Rosemary, and whatever. I don't like Rosemary. It's a weird personal thing. Also, she's made videos. She's made videos with Chase and Rance, but
that's the plan, too. I just thought maybe
totally. She saves Rosemary.
Allie back.
She saves the career of Rosemary.
Like Zia Brookside, and then Rosemary becomes manager. Totally,
that would work. They need another tag team. They need at least one more tag team. So if you're not gonna, if she can't wrestle, or if she doesn't want to wrestle, then make her the goddamn manager. But I would like to see. I'd prefer Demon Bunny returning. Okay, just popping through, seeing if we missed anything here. We have spoilers. Should we do spoilers fast?
I know when I saw the last one, I normally look kind of silent. They were kind of like all over the place, so I don't know if you were able to get.
Yeah, no, I got the very easily wrangled up spoilers. So okay, get out of here, everyone. If you don't want to hear spoilers, I'm going to do these quick. Then we're going to get out of here. I haven't eaten, and Gary's got family stuff. So TNA spoilers from May 24th, coming soon. And here we go. Sami Callihan defeated Amir Jordan. That was that dude who had that good match, remember?
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, he's still around this time,
too. And Callihan on Explosion, weird. JDC defeated Channing Decker, who was also on Border Brawl. Mustafa.
No,
oh, God.
No Gringo Loco. No Gringo Loco.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they usually don't do back-to-back like that.
Yeah,
okay. Now, we got some weird names coming. Get ready. This one, okay, well, I guess I'm happy about this. Mustafa defeated Raj. Maybe they realized, you know what I mean? And sorry, there's more.
Oh, yeah,
sorry, there's more. Great hands, beat down, Singh. Tasha protests. Oh, shit. Ali again shoves her, but she stays with the group. Okay, so Tasha's turning face soon. Li Ying Lee defeated Ash by Elegance. Interesting. I'm fine with that. I usually don't like it, but Lee is getting pushed.
Maybe they bring in Jakara Jackson take over the
Tasha
Steelz role or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Personal Concierge cuts a promo saying he's preparing for an elegant release party and wouldn't be ringside for the match. Okay. So you could say she lost because he wasn't there. Masha defeated... Oh, no, okay, I hate this. Masha challenged Li Ying Li, which... Didn't she do already at Under Siege? Masha won the match, and then she grabbed a microphone, and then she challenged someone, which I hate so much. It's wrestling. Yeah. You're the champion. You don't challenge people, goofball. I don't mean that for Masha. I mean that for the writers.
Remember back in the day when Speedball would do that?
The stupidest thing ever. It's the dumbest thing. Like, whatever. Don't put your title on the line. Don't put your title on the line, idiot. Make it like what AEW does, which I got to give credit for. They have something called like I forget the matches they're called, but you have to beat the champ to get a match with the champ. Yeah. Now, that makes a lot more fucking sense than a random.
I think that's why, like we mentioned, doing the top 5 stuff. Like maybe they ought to use that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I
totally.
know it's more from AEW, but I do think it makes a lot of sense too, because then it kind of, you kind of get a ranking.
Yeah, totally. I will be doing another ranking soon when June comes. Mance Warner with Steph DeLanda defeated Bryce Hansen. I'm guessing that's a jobber, a local talent. I don't know, maybe a young person. I have no idea. After that, DeLanda said they want the international title, which I like because they didn't, they lost the title and they never really went back after it because they were feuding with Sammy. So cool there. And here we go. Robert Stone and Victoria Crawford with Tessa Blanchard and Alicia Edwards. Jesus, we got enough going on here. Defeated Santino Marella and Ariana Grace with special guest referee Jimmy Corderas, who I had to give shit for what I mentioned for being a Scott guy.
I don't know if it was ever mentioned. Like they wiped that whole match with Cardona going for the.
It took place on Impact. Yeah, that's coming up here actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so ready. This is actually pretty funny. Stone set 3 rules for the match: 10-minute time limit. Alicia Edwards is the guest enforcer, and Tino can't use the Cobra.
Oh no!
So Stone pins.
Non-Cobra zone.
Wait, Stone pins Grace. Stone pins Ariana Grace, and Alicia Edwards counted the pin. You get it? So she probably did a quick count. Tessa didn't compete because of some excuse Stone made up. The crowd cheered for her being out of the match. Again, what the fuck? I'm sure it was the racist shit. Maggie Lee is now M by Elegance. Ash by Elegance is not there because she lost earlier. Harley Hudson and Myla Grace interrupt, throwing champagne at Heather and M. That was during their, celebration. Nobody caught that part, like you said. The spoilers are kind of all over the place. So, but a big thing here, Team Stone beat Team Santino. And holy shit, maybe they're getting rid of Santino? That just hit me.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to you when I sent you that message. Like it kind of looked like to me like they're kind of phasing Santino
out. I totally didn't think that at all. I also thought maybe Dreamer was gone, but nope, he was back doing his friggin' King of TNA thing at the Border Brawl. He took his shirt off, which led to another shirt, which you can tell was like a dirty or girdle, whatever it is, like sucks in all your fat.
Oh, kind of that black.
Keep as many shirts on as you possibly can, dude. And then Macklin defeated Cardona in the match. That didn't happen at the other one. So that's it. Gary's busy. I'm busy. We're going to get out of here before the hour mark. Let us know about Hendry and everything else. And, that's it. Be back next week.
Yeah, and if anybody's curious about the results of Border Brawl, you can head over on 411 Mania. They have a whole list of what went down. And
yeah, it's really it's incredibly random. It's a fun exhibition show, and it's free. I mean, I would check it out. You know what I mean? If you have time, it's a fun USA. It was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. And Kelly was there. There was a lot of cool little things that happened. Vipress got another match. That's what you. Sorry. You said this earlier. Jody Threat lost to Vipress, which is telling, I think.
Yeah, then Brutus Beefcake made an appearance.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's a lot of fun stuff that was ruined by Tommy Dreamer and Champagne Singh in a hardcore match for me, but life happens. We'll catch you next week, everyone.
Catch you next week.